Hey everybody, Brian, SurvivalMidwest, here today. We're going to talk about a topic that's pretty near and dear to my heart. It's been going on for a while. I want to do this video for a couple weeks, but recently in this past week, things have kind of heated up about it a little bit. I want to talk about the assault weapons and magazine capacity ban you're thinking about imposing on us. Right now there's a lot of other people's videos on the internet. I've watched a bunch of them. People have a lot of great valid points. You know, they really bring out some good stuff. I want to hit on something else that maybe no one else has talked about yet. Maybe put it in a better perspective for people who are on the fence with this topic for one reason or another. That's neither here nor there, but I'll get to that in a little bit. But originally Congress, Nancy Pelosi was talking about doing it. I don't think there's enough steam in Congress to do it. That's my opinion. I don't think the people, the congressmen are going to do it. So Joe Biden is urging the president to act via executive order. Stroke of the pen could change the Constitution by one man. I don't think that's what the founding fathers had in mind for this. I can't see that being their goal, the whole thing. They put the Second Amendment right after the First Amendment for a specific reason. It was that important. To keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Guess what that did? That said, we need to have these people the ability to do this, to protect what we believe is the most important thing, which is your right to freedom of speech, free press. And the Second Amendment says this protects that, plus the third, fourth, fifth, all down the road. That's why it's so important. If you take away the Second Amendment, all the other ones are sure to fall shortly after. They've already been nitpicking at certain ones here and there. They've already nitpicked at the Second Amendment greatly. I mean, how many more reasonable restrictions do they want to put on us? We already have to have a background check. You already have to be of a certain age to own it. You already can't carry a gun in certain places. What more do they want? What does a specific type of firearm or a number of bullets in a magazine make a difference? In my opinion, it doesn't, and we'll get to that in a couple minutes here. But, you know, if I was to turn the tables on this and say, forget about these being firearms, like these two they're probably not talking about restricting, these two they are. What if I said, here I hold two pieces of religious literature in my hand, and somehow Congress or the president in his almighty power decided one of them is too evil, causes too much harm on this planet, or in this country. I don't know which one, it doesn't matter. We can choose either one. I got a Holy Bible and a Quran here. So the Holy Bible goes away. Would you be pissed? I would be. I'd be fuming if they did that. And I'd expect you would be too. Don't like it that way? Okay. The Quran goes away. That's the bad one. The Holy Bible can stay, but we're only going to give you one sector. We're only going to give you Catholicism. That's it. That's all you get. Everyone now must be a good Catholic. The Catholics probably wouldn't care. They're like, eh. But they should, because it's the government taking away your right. And to me, how is that any different than saying, you can't have these of your Second Amendment. But we're going to let you keep these for now, until we decide we can't have this. And then what are you going to do? So I hope this maybe put it in a little bit better perspective to you of how this could be affected in another section of the Constitution. You know, people forget that. They see the shootings on TV, and they start thinking emotionally and irrationally about things, the way to solve that problem. And banning guns isn't going to solve that problem. China's a great example of that. They don't allow guns over there. There's still kids going into school and killing other kids with knives or slitting throats. What do you do? Get rid of all the knives? You need to get realistic, people. Crazy, psychotic individuals, you're not going to. They're going to find a way to cause harm to other people, no matter what you do. It is what it is. You can't change that. Eliminating objects in magazine capacity doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Again, we've already chiseled away at our rights too much here. We've already, think about the Patriot Act, what that does to us. It already takes away a bunch of your rights if you're deemed a domestic terrorist. What's the definition of a domestic terrorist? I don't know. It's up for someone to make that decision, and you might not like the decision they make. So, the Second Amendment, again, put it second for a reason. It protects the rest of them. When they were writing the Constitution, they had just seen a horrific war that they fought. A lot of good men died. They'd seen the tyranny of a government. They probably sat down and said, we need to give the people the right to keep and bear arms. My personal opinion on it is they said the Second Amendment is there to keep the government in check. You have the ultimate human right to defend yourself by any means necessary. If someone attacks me, I can take any means necessary to save my life. To me, that's my fundamental human right. Your constitutional right is to keep and bear arms, not only to make defending yourself more efficient, easier, but also so the government knows behind every blade of grass there could possibly be a rifle. Kent State, they shot those college kids. Someone called me out and said that's the reason why we need more gun control. It's the exact reason why we need less gun control. Think about it. If there weren't citizens with guns, they could shoot you anytime they want with no repercussions. What are you going to do about it? That's why I ask you this. Even if you don't like guns and don't want to own a gun, that's your right. I'm not going to tell you you need to or not. If you carry a J-frame as your everyday carry, probably not the smartest thing, but at least you're carrying a gun. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just asking you that you respect my rights as much as I respect yours. If they banned religion, I'd be standing up here giving a speech about why they shouldn't do that and why that's your fundamental right to choose whichever religion you want to or not to practice. That's your right. I expect you, even if you don't like guns, to stand up and say, wow, we cannot let them do this to the Constitution. We can't. It's not what America was founded on. It's not what they had in mind. So, what can we do about it? Well, how about you contact your legislators? Contact your politicians, state, local, federal. Let them know that this is unacceptable. The Constitution, that shall not be infringed is what it means. Write a nice letter to them, polite letter to them. Join the NRA. Get other people involved. Show people this video. Maybe they like it, maybe they won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll hit a nerve with somebody and they'll go, I'm not a gun guy, but all right, I understand where he's coming from, so I'm going to write a letter to my politician. Get involved. If you got a little extra money to give the NRA, do it. Right now, I see they're taking the stance of no compromise, and I like that. In the past, they've been a little wishy-washy, but they're holding their ground, and I do appreciate that this time. So I think that's a good organization to get involved with. Have a plan. No matter what happens, always have a plan. Discuss it with your family. Have your quote-unquote line in the sand that you're not going to let people cross. And have it now, because that way you don't have to make it on a split notice time. So, again, we can't let this happen. It's not what this country was founded on. If the roles were reversed and they were taking away another part of your rights, I'd be up here saying you can't allow this to happen just as much, because one right isn't more important than the other. The only thing is this right, again, keeps the rest of your rights yours. Feel free to leave comments on the bottom about this. Let me know what you think. Again, it's just my opinion on the subject. If you think I'm an idiot, you can tell me. I don't mind. But in closing, if you knew you were going to be in the fight for your life today, would you have trained more yesterday?